their uncles or their senior relatives from selling family land without considering the fate of their nephews and nieces. This will automatically reduce the movement of children from their homes to the streets. The government should then ensure that every Kenyan who has lived in a piece of land as his home for a period not less than 5 years should be considered to be the landowner and be issued with an original land title deed within 2 weeks at a fee not exceeding 500 Kenyan shillings to bring to an end land squatters in our country, Kenya. Provision of physical addresses to every home is a way of enabling the government to develop a profile of every home in Kenya and every person in Kenya for purposes of development and national security. It shall also help the government to identify homes which live on less than $1 per day to be supported by the government through the slum and village upgrading programs, kitchen gardening programs, child to grandparent training and posting government programs, and many other more.
And what can you say about communication?
When it comes to communication, today, 3% of Kenyans have access to formal means of communication, while majority of Kenyans only depend on their mobile phones, phone communications, while several parts of the country still lack proper mobile network signals. With the provision of physical address to every home in every part of the country, we shall automatically provide a formal means of communication to every Kenyan citizen, enabling delivery of letters, parcels, and other services to be delivered from town centers to far unreachable areas within any part of our country.
And can you say something about national identity of the people in regard with the transformation of the nation?
Now, when we talk about the national identity of the people, we will still refer back to the provision of the physical address to every home in every part of the country.
Okay.
The government should use biometric registration systems to offer Kenyans a new generation national identification cards with biometric chips and home physical address written on it, giving the name of the applicant. Such digitized national identification cards with biometric chips also enable the government to update the profile of the people after a given period of time.
Okay.
The new generation digitized national identification cards application requirement shall be a birth certificate or a baptism card, parents' ID, and a personal or parents' homeland title deed photocopy certified by the area chief. A digitized national ID with physical addresses of the persons can create trust between Kenyans. I know today it is very hard to secure unemployment without a reputable referee. And the current national identification card has made the people of Kenya strangers in their own country.
How?
With the introduction of the new generation national IDs, no Kenyan shall ever spend the night in police custody for committing bailable petty crimes like drunkenness, petty crimes or petty crime offenders shall be charged upon arrival at any police station and released immediately to pay the fine within a period of 2 months through petty crime pay bill number and payment confirmation code sent to the relevant police station. Failure to comply with the law, then the police shall have the power to rearrest the person as a convict. The current national identification card is not worth calling a national ID. A good national ID cannot get lost because when it is picked up by a stranger, it can be posted to the owner. Our current street police stations are full of lost national IDs, and it is very hard to reach the identification card owners. Even the Ministry of Immigration only depends on the people's phone numbers to reach them. New applicants are only reached through their phone numbers, but not their physical addresses. The government should create a national security server and the nation's fingerprint auto updatable database software for tracking the movement of Kenyans and foreigners. Laws should be put in place to compel the government to ensure that biometric registration system with internet connection is fully installed in every chief's office, every immigration office, police station, hospital, guest house, hotels, and every meeting point. Any person visiting for a night should be biometrically registered in that place of the night. Any person receiving a visitor in his house at the night should be compelled by law to send the visitor's name and the ID number to the area chief's office mobile number. In case the visitor is a wanted criminal or terrorist, the chief should be in a better position to make an arrest within a few minutes. The system shall automatically reduce the need of employing more police officers. The system shall also install dignity in the people of Kenya. No Kenyan shall ever again be arrested by any police officer for roaming with ill motive. All patrol cars shall be fitted with the same biometric registration system for screening any person they may suspect to be planning to commit a crime. Today, it is safer for a Kenyan to meet with armed robbers rather than meet the Kenyan police. The system shall create a good relation between the people of Kenya and the police officers, because no innocent Kenyan shall ever again be arrested for walking in any part of this country.
Thank you. What can you say about devolution and good leadership in Kenya? The achievements you can see.
Now, to achieve our national dream through devolution and good leadership, we need to have a system of leadership which upholds the dream or the dreams of our nation's founding fathers, deeply entrenched in our national anthem. For us to have a national leadership which reflects the unity of our people, the office of the opposition leader should be the second most powerful office in our country. The office of the regional governors should be the third most powerful office in the country, for every region to feel the emblem of power, to quench the thirst for presidency. Now, the protocol of leadership in Kenya should be as follows. The president should be the national government chief executive officer. The post of the opposition leader should be the national government supervisor, and the regional government CEO, being the regional governors, should be holding the third place. Our deputy president should be the national government coordinator, being ranked fourth in the hierarchy. The presidency or the president of the judiciary, that being the chief justice, should follow. Then the opposition leader, followed by the Senate, the deputy chief justice, the attorney general, and the director of public prosecution, in that order. The ministries in government should also be as follows, giving priority to needs of the Kenyans. Agriculture and water should be top on our priority list, followed by communication, information and technology, land and physical planning, immigration, energy and petroleum, environment, natural resources and mining, education, science and technology, health, the national treasury, transport, infrastructure, housing and urban development, Ministry of Sports, Culture and the Arts, Ministry of East African Community, National Investment, Labor and Social Protection, Ministry of Industry, Trade and Cooperatives, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ministry of Planning and Devolution, Ministry of Internal Security and Home Affairs, Ministry of Defense, and the Ministry of Public Service and Youth and Gender Affairs.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the